Hey everybody, welcome back. It's great to see you. Really great to be able to do another cooking episode again this week. Today we're going to be doing something a little different off of the normal apple pie. We're going to be making individual whole apple pies. Now this is great for any dinner party or any type of entertaining that you might do where you really want to wow your guests or your family. These are just going to be perfect. They're going to be delicious and you're going to love them. So what I've gone ahead and done ahead of time is I've made my homemade pie crust, and I had that on a previous episode, so don't forget to tune into that one. And I've gone ahead and cut them into strips. They're about 10 inches long, give or take a little bit, and they're about 3/4 of an inch wide. Okay, and I've gone ahead and made one batch of pie crust, which is equal to doing like a 10-inch pie top and bottom. And I've gone ahead and just cut them into strips. Now I'm gonna have some left over, which is gonna be great because we're gonna be able to do some decorating with them as well. So I'm gonna go ahead and show you that. But first what I'm gonna do is I have 6 apples here, and you can do more if you want because you can do as much as your pie crust will allow you to do. And you can always make more pie crust if you have lots of apples. If you have, say 8 or 10 people coming over and you wanna do, 8 to 10 of apples, definitely do that. And just get a little bit bigger dish and all that. But I have 6 here, and that's what I'm gonna do today. So I'm gonna go ahead and take my apple. I've already washed and cleaned them, and I'm gonna take the stem off. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and peel them and core them. Now, if you have a peeler, like I have a peeler slicer, and it cores them as well. And I could have put that on there, use that, but not everybody has one of those, okay? So I'm gonna go ahead and do this by hand. Now, if you have a corer, that works great too, but just kind of take as little of the apple with you as possible and try to get all the skin off. And you wanna make a good flat surface on the bottom of your apple, okay? So make sure you trim that off and make that nice and flat. So I'm gonna go ahead and peel the rest of these, and I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna take the core out, and then we're gonna come back and I'm gonna show you the next step. All right, we're back. I've gone ahead, I've peeled and cored my 6 apples, and they're just sitting in my baking dish over here. And I've got some parchment paper down here, and I've got my, my little strips of pie crust here. So what I'm going to do is I'm gonna start building the apple pie, okay? So what we're gonna do is we're gonna take a series of these strips, and we're gonna kind of start with just making like a star, okay? So I'm gonna take probably about 6 of these strips to start with, and if you break off, that's okay. So 6 to start with, and then if I need more, I can. And I'm gonna press the center and grab one of my apples and put it right in the middle. All right, so that's gonna make a nice base for this apple. Then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna start filling it with the ingredients that we're gonna need for the apple pie. First off, we're gonna use 1 tablespoon of sugar. So I'm gonna go ahead and grab my tablespoon, and I have the sugar right here, and each one of these gets a tablespoon of sugar. Now what you're gonna do is you're gonna fill the center of this with all of these yummy ingredients. So 1 tablespoon of sugar goes in there. And then what we're gonna do is we're gonna take cinnamon and nutmeg, and we're gonna put in 1/2 teaspoon of cinnamon. And you can kind of sprinkle this. If you don't get it all in here, you can kind of dab the outsides too if you want to, okay? Just kind of do it around the outside, or you can put it all directly in the center of it. And then what you're gonna do is you're gonna use 1/4 of a teaspoon of nutmeg, and that's gonna go right in the center. I love nutmeg, it's so delicious. And then to top off the top, I'm gonna move this out of the way so you can see it. You're just gonna take 1 little tab of butter right here, okay? And what I often do is I break it in half so that it's not such a big piece. And I'm gonna you're gonna kind of close up the core of your apple with the butter, okay? And just kind of smear it all over the top and just kind of tap it there, okay? So now you've got your tablespoon of sugar, you've got your 1/2 teaspoon of cinnamon, and you've got your 1/4 teaspoon of nutmeg in there. just topped off with a little bit of butter. Now what you're gonna do is you're going to take the ends of your star that you've made. Okay, you've got about 6 here. All right, so you want to find the matching ends. Okay, so the one you originally did. And you're gonna bring them up and just pinch them. Just kind of give them a little twist and a pinch and leave them on top, okay? Then the next one comes up to meet it. Just give it a little pinch at the top, okay, and so on and so forth. And take the next one. You're gonna have quite a bit at the top, and we're gonna trim that, but we just wanna make sure that we have enough pie crust to keep going. Now what you're gonna do is you're gonna completely cover your apple. Now, you may see a few little gaps here, and we're gonna fix those in just a moment. So as soon as you bring all of these up, isn't this so adorable? Give it a little bit of twist. Okay, with your pie crust, and then just kind of pull off some of the excess, and we're gonna save that over there. Now what you're gonna do is you're gonna slowly build your apple all the way around and kind of press these together. Now this is kind of where you seal up all of your little holes. I find that 6 do it, but if you want to go ahead and do 8, if you want to do a few different layers, you definitely can. All right, you can kind of pick it up to kind of work that pie crust around, just like this. Looks so yummy. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna do the rest of them just like that, and then I'm gonna come back, I'm gonna teach you how to do the top, make a really cute design. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna do the other 5, I'm gonna set them back in my baking dish, and then we'll finish off the rest of them. Don't go away.